Hello everyone, this is Bryant with SFOTsource.com, your premier guide to Six Flags Over Texas. It's been over 2 months since we've been here, and I know that's a really long time, and to play off of that, there's been probably about 2 years worth of stuff happening out here. So we've got restaurants being demolished, we've got restaurants being remodeled, we've got pathways being redone, we've got buildings being refreshed with paint, all kinds of stuff going on out here. So this is going to be a jam-packed Six Flags Over Texas update showing you all of the enhancements, improvements, all of the things going on at the park. It is a very aggressive situation here right now as they get ready for the new dive coaster in 2026. They've also hired an executive chef since we've last visited, and some of that food is starting to roll out. So we'll show you where that is and what it is. That's one thing I'm super excited about. If you know anything about this channel, it is that we have internal food battles with ourselves here all the time. So let's head inside and check out the transformation that is Six Flags Over Texas right now. So first thing you'll notice right off the bat, which is super crazy, is that this whole area here is fenced off. This is where like your Flash Pass and your roller coaster coffee front gate entrance is, completely blocked all the way off, and it's because they've actually ripped up the floor in there. The other thing they've done, I don't know, I think you can kind of see it. There was a building here that was like, it was lost and found for a minute. It was premium upgrades for a minute. That thing has been completely demolished. And the awning that was over the Flash Pass and Roller Coaster Coffee building are also gone. As we swing around from that main little entrance plaza, you run into the Silver Star Carousel building, which has also gotten a huge refresh since we've been here last. Got the white and the tan and the kind of orangish going on, a little bit more subdued than the last paint job. The last paint job was, in my opinion, a little cartoony. And as we head into the Mexico section, the first big change you're gonna see is to La Cantina, which has a brand new menu, got some refreshed signage there, and they have all kinds of new food. Let me show you the menu. Feel free to pause to take a closer look at this brand new menu. You can get tortas, which are a type of sandwich. They also have a whole refresh of sides, elote, pinto beans, Spanish rice, chips and salsa, all kinds of stuff. Now, if you're curious about the brand new offerings at La Cantina, stick around for our Viva La Fiesta video where we try both of the brand new torta offerings. You don't have to move on very far from La Cantina. Across the way is El Mercado de la Plaza, which is currently closed for a remodel. So who knows what's going on in here, but you know, looking at this, I am curious if maybe they're trying to combine El Mercado with this gift shop over here, since all of it is closed. We'll have to wait and see. You will also notice the brand new signage there in Mexico, fun photo op. But right over here, they have turned this booth into first aid, which I am assuming coincides with all of the construction happening in Spain. We'll go check that out here in a minute, but there's got to be another first aid location, right? This can't be the only one, but looks like this is going to be an option nonetheless. As we make our way further into the Mexico section, you will notice that pretty much all of Spain is blocked off. I do see a sign pointing to first aid, so there is some kind of pathway that does take you to the original first aid building. And they have also kept the teacups open, so not all is lost over here. Pretty much just one ride is down now, and Rancho de Pollo, which we're going to go get a closer look at. This construction fence goes all the way around Rancho de Pollo, and I'm sure you can see through that a little bit. They've actually began demolishing the shade structure on Rancho de Pollo. Not sure if they're going to take down the whole building. They have been very suspiciously quiet about projects like this, but I could see this building going. It's an OG building. There is a little hole in the fence, so I'm able to give you a little bit of a better look at what's going on in there. It's pretty substantial. I'm not sure. I can't tell if there's stuff still in the restaurant, but the fact that they've taken down the TVs and things like that makes me think this is possibly going. All right, we've made our way into the Upper Texas section. I think we're actually going to spin off to the right because there is lots of stuff going on Smith Street and Old South. So the other food refresh is actually here at Primo's Pizzeria, where they have a new type of pizza and some other options. I'll show you the menu. So you'll notice that this is now New York style pizza. Man, they got the big old pepperonis on those bad boys. Comes with the garlic knots still. Go up to the menu here, and you'll see this is still on the dining plan. They also have the chicken Caesar salad. You can also get the garlic knots and a new cannoli offering on the snack as well. As we swing into the Old South section here at JB's Smokehouse Barbecue, there is a lot going on. This is completely closed down. They've got the front all torn up, and looks like they've rebuilt this booth out here. Looks a little bit different. Might serve a different purpose, but either way, super crazy refreshes going on over here. So this is going to be a little hard to show, but there is scaffolding and stuff inside, so it looks like it's getting a full remodel on the inside. I'm curious, maybe they're going to kind of redo the way they serve food in here like they've done at Pete's Eats at Fiesta, Texas. Make things a little bit quicker. As we swing around to the front of JB's, you can kind of see just how substantial the construction is. It looks like they're possibly redoing some plumbing and stuff for this stand that's out front. And then, you know, like we said, lots of stuff going on inside. Really excited to see this. They do have some signage out here talking about how JB's is going through enhancements, but it does say come back this summer to enjoy. So it looks like we can estimate this to only take a handful of months, and it should be open once we get into those summer months. Here at Runaway Mountain, it sounds like they've got some new ambiance going over here, kind of like the old school days here. I'm gonna hold the microphone towards it, see if you can hear it. Yeah, it sounds like they've got some bugs and some soundtracks playing through the outdoor queue. Really nice. I've said this like a million times on this channel, but the little ambiance things that happen at theme parks are really important. So hearing stuff like that in there and you know, just adds so much more to standing in the queue. All right, I think we're going to backtrack our way back into the Texas section to check out some things in that area. We have ventured over into the lower Texas section, and the reason I say that is because you cross the bridge and come into this kind of lower area, but E.G. Sugar Waters, which was just like a quick little snack stand, I wanted to point out that it's been fairly gutted. You still have your drink machines and stuff, but behind the counter, the point of sale systems, all that gutted out, even the TVs. So I'm assuming that they probably want to do some kind of remodel to this, so it might open and kind of serve the same stuff, but right now, going through some changes. We have pointed this out numerous times, but there is now signage in front of the Johnson Creek Station for the Six Flags Railroad, talking about how it is closed as they get ready for new thrills for 2026. We were talking about where in the heck the engines were. One of y'all actually reached out to us and talked to us about the engines, and here's number 2 here at Johnson Creek Station. Of course, we couldn't not come down to Titan, which is still in its repaint progress. Got a lot of supports over here that are awaiting new paint, but a lot that aren't. And this ride did reopen during spring break. It's operating right now, so looks like they're able to operate it on the weekends and then work on it during the week when the park is closed right now. And down below Titan, you have Sidewinder, which is a classic scrambler ride. It is finished with its refurbishment, has a brand new fresh coat of bright red paint, and thing is looking good. If you remember, it was brown before. They've really freshened this thing up during the last refurb. What the heck's going on with you, buddy? You look like you got quite a neck ache going on there. Oh. So over here on this little flat pad where they put haunted houses and things like that, they do have a brand new soccer game. I guess it's not brand new. They've had soccer games in the past, but it's new to this area. It is called Kick the Bucket, so it's not exclusively a soccer game. It's more of like a knocking the jugs type of game off, but with a soccer ball. So you got to knock those 3 buckets off of that platform to win. As we wind around towards Chop 6, I am noticing that they have active order kiosks over here, which is kind of interesting. So if you've paid attention to the Six Flags app, you'll notice that the mobile ordering is completely gone. There's no mention of it. I imagine this is probably a growing pain type of situation when you're merging Cedar Fair and Six Flags systems together. So I don't know if mobile ordering is going to come back, but I'm a little surprised to see these active because it does use kind of the same mobile order basis that the app uses. So I don't know what's going on. If you noticed, Fiesta Texas has completely gotten rid of their order kiosks. Looks like they're still trying to make it work here, but time will tell. We've made our way up onto the tower. It is very windy up here, but this shows you a little bit better view of what's going on at front gate, where they have the flooring pulled out and they've got it framed to put in, I'm assuming, some kind of new concrete, which will be nice. But that's really all you can see of that. Much better view of Titan from up here. So it looks like pretty much all of the track has been repainted, and you just mostly have the support area right here on the first drop. So looking good. It's growing on me, this paint job. When we were walking up on it in the Texas section, I was like, oh yeah, that's nice and fresh. As we look down into the Spain section, you'll see that they've really torn away that awning at Rancho de Pollo, but most of Spain is looking about how it did the last time we were here. Still got El Diablo there, which makes me think someone probably purchased it, and so they're going to carefully dismantle it and move it when the time is right. But otherwise, pretty much is looking the same down there. So the wind chill right now is like, I don't know, probably 36, 37 degrees. But there are people riding Aquaman like it's nothing. And just wanted to point out, it looks like Roaring Rapids is on the same schedule it's been on typically. So late spring is when it's looking like this is going to reopen. But like you saw, we do have Aquaman, and the log ride is also open. Not super sure what's going on at Texas Arena, but it does look like they've taken some trim types of pieces down. So maybe they're going to do some kind of refurbish, but you can see old paint starting to shine through. Back when this had a really cool like sky looking paint scheme, you can kind of see it up at the top, but they took off this piece, and then there's other pieces down this way that are also removed. So might just be some TLC stuff, but you know, this is only used for haunted houses, so you never really know what the plan is for this thing. We've popped over to Gotham City just to take a look at some of the clues and things that we saw last time we were here, but we're still just in this marking phase of, utility and water. But based off of what's going on at front gate, I assume that this is going to definitely be one of the next areas that gets some brand new flooring. Much needed too. Made our way back up towards the front of the park, and just another small thing, but right here in front of Aquaman Power Wave, it does look like the refill station's been removed. I don't know if this is the one that they made into a first aid booth. It could be, so we'll see if this is temporary or permanent. As we get over towards the Silver Star Carousel, starting to see more of these what look like water and utility types of markings going through this area by Flag's Funnel Cakes. So looks like we might be getting some more action going on over here with the blacktop monstrosity that it is. So much to look forward to. And before we head out for the day, just wanted to look around the parking lot a little bit. You'll see there is a little marker here, kind of near where you come in at 6 lanes. So very possible that, based off of what we were seeing with the permits, that the dive coaster will come out this way. So it is possible that that is a location of a footer, something like that. I think it's going to be a while before we see anything substantial like that, though. And even though this hasn't really changed, there are little remnants of bobsled left. You can see where they basically cut the supports right off of the footers. Footers are still there. You got some over this way too. All right, everyone, that does it for this look at everything going on here at Six Flags Over Texas. It's a lot. And, when you have a park that kind of has just been coasting for a hot second, the projects add up, and it looks like they're really trying to address a lot of the sore spots that are Six Flags Over Texas. I'm very excited to see what's going on with the dining locations, especially with the new chef. There's a lot of excitement there. It looks like they are going to be remodeling a lot of their dining locations, reconfiguring how they work. And I think we still have food, specialty food to come. So you saw that they have the new food at La Cantina. They have the new food at Primo's, just a reimagined pizza. Nothing crazy, but like I said before, stick around for the Viva La Fiesta video, and we'll give you a full review of most of the food items from La Cantina. If y'all have any questions about Six Flags Over Texas, or you want to see more construction updates, make sure to check out sfotsource.com. Of course, you can ask us questions down below, and we'll do our best to help you out. We thank y'all for watching. Take care. We'll see you at a theme park.